Previously.
No! I'm losing to my stolen Sangan?
On Progression Series Season 2.
Do you want me to brio your tomato or pop it with that?
None of it. I don't want you to do any of that.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't.
Damn. Oh, man, I'm upset. I thought that game was so close. Oh my god, I'm so upset with that.
In this series, both Nyhmnim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or one box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. But this time around, we'll be introducing side sets, a new banning system, and plenty of other fun surprises that you'll just have to watch to find out. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series Season 2. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code Cimoooooooo5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Another really close match with Alex. I've lost 3 in a row this time. It's not the position I ever want to be in, bro. I feel like I win 1, and then I just get a little too cocky, get a little ahead of myself, and then I get sacked next 2 ones. These next 2 ones were genuinely so close. I'm hoping to break this streak now, but we do have a band that we're able to spend, and I think it's a pretty obvious choice. There's not too many things that are different from Alex's card pool and I, but this one card actually showed up in last episode, and it ended up making a huge difference. The only card that Alex has over me is a card that lays in his extra deck. That is Goyo Guardian. So I am going to remove Goyo Guardian from Alex's card pool. Let's just move on from the banning. Let's get into one of the biggest sets in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, the Shining Darkness.
Man, what a bittersweet moment. I won last episode, so that's pretty good, but it came at the cost of me losing Goyo Guardian. I worked so hard to get that Goyo Guardian, and Gage has immediately taken it away from me. We're in a very strange predicament now when it comes to like the ban tickets, because our pools collectively are actually quite similar, and so it's really specific and targeted hits that Gage and I are going to have to put towards one another if we do end up getting these tickets. And so it's going to be interesting. Obviously, the more cards we get into the series, the more that chasm widens again. But we'll have to see. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see if we can get something to continue widening that chasm. And hopefully, we're going to get something like a Starlight Wild card. That would be ideal, but it doesn't look like it. Speaking of bans, it looks like we have a ban ticket of our own to redeem at the end of today's episode. Or I guess I should say the beginning of next episode, but Gage isn't going to be too happy to hear that that is what he has to look forward to. Speaking of which, let's throw it over to him so he can tell you all about today's set, The Shining Darkness.
The Shining Darkness was released May 7th, 2010, and it has a whole bunch of cards that would mark the end of Edison format. The power level of The Shining Darkness had just shifted Yu-Gi-Oh! Into what we would really consider like future Yu-Gi-Oh! Ridiculous combos and stuff really started to come out at this time. This is really what bookmarked the end of Edison format. Any Edison format tournaments are all played with sets prior to the Shining Darkness. I'll go over some of the cards that really made this set stand out. You can see in all the different rarities there are game warping cards. From the super rares, couple bangers up here. XX Saber Boggart Knight was a great X Saber support card amongst many in this set here. Infernity Mirage and Infernity Launcher, the introduction of Infinities in this set. If you couldn't tell how good Launcher was, just imagine it at 3 at the time. Plus like 3 Archfiend 2, things get scary real quick. My first competitive deck as a kid was Watts, so I remember Watt Giraffe rather fondly. This card still doesn't have a great reprint until now. And then Nimble Sunfish is actually a card that has been played a lot recently, bro. Sprite decks are having trouble picking this up, still doesn't have a reprint to this day. On to the rares, there's a few things we've been looking at. We've been waiting for this set in particular to get something that's going to be very helpful for our card pool. More Infernity cards like Beetle and Avenger are integral for the strategy here. Beetle, I don't think not so much. And then Battery Man Fuel Cell is a huge Battery Man support card, being a level 6 that essentially just summons itself from hand, but it's a big dude and it does a lot for it. Tribute to Battery Man, select a card our opponent controls and bounce it. Not too shabby. We've been looking at a good Battery Man strategy for a while. It's something we tried out in season 1 and we could definitely try it out again this season. The ultimate rares in this set are also, of course, bangers, bro. We have Herald of Perfection, which gave birth to a new deck with fairies. Herald alone was just that powerful. Breeze is really decent for Black Wings deck, and I remember Cards for Black Feathers was played a lot too. Into the Void is also also a really great card for some FTKs and stuff like that down the line. I've always liked the card. I think it looks sick in Ultimate Rare. And then XX Saber Dark Soul was unbelievable on release because it actually didn't have a correct ruling. If anybody doesn't remember, X Saber Dark Soul, what you used to be able to do with this card is during the end phase, if it was sent to the graveyard from your field, it doesn't matter how many times it was sent, you could trigger it every time, that same copy of the card. So if I sent the same X Saber Dark Soul 3 times from the field to the graveyard by reborning and synchroing it off, I could trigger Dark Soul 3 times during the end phase and search 3 cards. It actually just didn't make any sense, but it made X Sabers fucking crazy. There's a couple short prints that stand out here. Chaos Trap Hole is not pretty bad. I think we tried it out a little bit in Season 1. It was pretty good. And then Tetsudo Era Newman has been a tech card for Sprite with Mannequin Cat and stuff like this. This originally had a printing in here, and it didn't get a reprint until recently in this new OTS that we're getting. The secret rares from the set, I'm pretty sure most of them are pretty bad. There's 2 bangers, though. You have Infernity Barrier, of course, insane with Infernity Archfiend. One of the best counter traps in the game at the time here, and the fact that you could search it was just that much better. And I remember Gen X and Neutron saw some like fringe play. This card used to be good for a very short amount of time, I think, with like Gear or something like that. Oh, don't quote me on that. That might not be right. Commons. Holy shit, the commons, bro. There's a lot of good commons in this set, too. Spore is a great card for the plant synchro type builds that we'll start to be seeing really soon. With Star Strike Blast, we have Glow Up Bulb getting released to us. Things are going to get real spicy with this package really quickly. Trigon saw some fringe plays with, like, Dragon Rulers, I think, later on, funny enough, as a common card. Pretty interesting. And then Ronin Tonin, of course, banned today. Integral for different frog strategies back then. A menace of a card, bro. Being integral for every frog strategy, this one really shines up in Frog Monarch, which we played a little bit last episode, but we didn't even get to see the full power of it because we didn't have Ronin Tonin. Silent Graveyard, this wasn't the original name. The original name was Forbidden Graveyard. Don't forget that. Undine and Controller, this comes up later in Mermail format because Undine actually sends for cost. And then X-Saber Poshul and Palomira are both really good X-Sabers for the Archetype. I had a lot to go over. There's a lot in this set, bro. This set is genuinely one of the sets that actually changed Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time. And we get to open it today in the pack simulator. That's friggin' awesome. First things first, though, we do have our pretty packs. 3 more packs of Turbo Pack 2. Can we get anything good from it? I have not had any good Turbo Pack luck recently, and I'm not really looking to change that now. That's nothing too crazy. Pack number 2. The Mist Archfiend. Yes, very nice, very nice. Pack number 3. Wow, Light Imprisoning Mirror and a Necro Valley. It's exactly what I wanted for my birthday. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, not the exciting thing, though. The Shining Darkness, 24 packs of this banger of a set. Let's see what we can grab.
Okay, 24 packs of the Shining Darkness coming right up. A lot of relevant cards in the set, as a matter of fact. Let's see if we get any of them in our first pack. Very funny, Tetsudo Era Newman. Actually quite relevant in modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, but not particularly at the moment. Chaos Trap Hole is actually a very strong pickup, maybe now or even in the future, so I'm happy to see this. And Gen X Controller is quite strong as well, if we get the necessary cards to make it good. Spore is incredibly good for our plant package. If we even have a plant package, I don't really think it's too strong, but it's there. Gen X Undyne is what we were looking for the controller, potentially. Like, I wouldn't write off Mermails being playable in Prog Season 2 just because, like, we get shots at reprints and the like as well. It just may not be immediate, but we'll see. Hey, a first ultra rare in XX Saber Dark Soul. If only our X Saber package was strong enough to consider playing X Sabers. I think Gage's package is better than mine. I really hope that he doesn't figure out that we have this, because if he does and has like a snatch steal or something, he may want to take this. Nimble Sunfish is our super rare. Shoutouts to Joshua Schmidt for making this card skyrocket in price. But hey, it's a level 2 for Sprite. Yo, 2 copies of Dark Soul. I have to look at my X-Saber package. I don't think it's very good, but that is insane if we actually had access to X-Sabers. Could you imagine?
All right, I'm stoked, bro. I'm stoked. Tons of really good commons I'm looking for. Need to get Ronin Tonin off the bat is what I'm looking for. I want at least 2 of these bad boys. Confident we can get them. Oh, a super rare. 0 max, bro. And 0 max has 0 value. This card's trash. Oh my! Ultimate rare, Herald of Perfection. I haven't gotten the common ritual spell yet, but I'm sure we'll get a copy of it. Herald's not too bad, bro. Remember we got Preparation of Rites earlier? I think Prep can search this, right? Kinda nice, I'm not gonna lie. Herald might be something we can build later on. Ooh, oh, that's like... Again, the secret rares, they range from really good to really bad. This is one of the ones that literally isn't anything to bat an eye at. Quacky Meru Bergzak. Alright, man, whatever, dude. Oh, an ultra rare. Oh, there's the Dawn of the Herald. We can make the perfection. But we also got a Splendid Rose. I don't think this card's very good. I'm not going to read too much. Leeching the Light. That's definitely a Tech Tuesday right there. Anybody remember that?
Another ultra rare. Is that our third? I think it's our fourth holo total. Into the Void. Not a terrible card. Obviously, it's better in multiples, and I'm not sure if we're playing like any deep draw stuff, but like could be worse. Strangely enough, I think this is our first Ronin totem. What are we on, pack 11? That's kind of worrying. I'm not really sure what our frog package looks like. I think we have swap frogs. Hopefully we do, but we got him on lock. Yo, we got an ultimate rare Black Winged Dragon. I remember we had Black Winged Dragon in season 1 of Prague. I don't remember if it was ultimate rare or not, but like we were, at least I was so desperate for synchros in season 1 because Gage was just getting everything. And now this season is completely different because we have reprints and such, but this is a cool throwback to season 1, I will say.
Oh, a super rare again, getting them back-to-back, and the era Newman. We got Hydrogenics. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, another super rare, Damage Gate. I've seen this card once or twice, but I gotta be honest, I don't know what it comes. It's like a Duel Links ass card, bro. Here, when you take battle damage, take monster from the graveyard and special summon. All right, whatever. Man, the holos keep coming. Look at it. Infernity Doom Dragon. Unfortunately, with no launch or anything, I'm not going to touch this deck, bro. You have to pull absolutely sicko mode to be able to play Infernity in this, just pulling one box of Shining Darkness. Fuel Cell, I wanted to get one of these. I also would like to get 2 of them. I'd be over the moon if I got 2 Fuel Cell. Oh, I'm over the moon with the 2 Fuel Cell and an Infernity Destroyer, destroying all my hopes and dreams of a good secret rare in this set.
Shouldn't write this off. We got one of these in the last pack with the Black Winged Dragon as well, but there's Battery Man Fuel Cell. Battery Man, like, doesn't get crazy until we get 9 Volt in Duelist Alliance, but even before that, it's not, like, the worst deck possible, just because, like, it can actually really OTK out of nowhere, and so I'm happy we have these. I'm going to keep an eye on that. 3 Fuel Cell and another holo in Watt Giraffe. Watts actually would be playable maybe if we had multiple copies of Giraffe, but unfortunately that's our first one. I guess it's not too late. We still have like 5 packs.
All right, coming up on the last 4, things have been exceptional. We got the 1 Ronin Tonin. I'm surprised I've only gotten 1. I'd like to get 2, but it is a short print common. I'm not going to push my luck. Nothing in that pack either. It was not too bad. I feel like we could have did way better, but again, I'm really not going to push my luck with this set. Infernity Mirage and the Doom Dragon, but still, I don't think enough to put it together, bro. Lots of pieces you got to pick up to make this thing like a coherent strategy. 2 more packs, anything big in the close. 2nd Ronin Tonin. It's been a banger opening. Don't even care what's in the last pack. A Beetle? Is that my 3rd Beetle? That would be crazy if that was my 3rd Beetle. A little too overzealous there. That is, I think, confirming here my 2nd Infernity Beetle. Unfortunately, I don't have a full playset. That would be pretty crazy. Like I said, though, I checked all the boxes I wanted. I got the Ronin Tonins and the Fuel Cells. Those are the big things I was looking for. I think we save it to the collection. I'm down. All right, I don't know if you guys can see what's coming today, but brace yourself.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, only a few packs left of the Shining Darkness. I think we've gotten just about everything we could have asked for. I mean, there are probably some holos we could have gotten that would have been crazy, but, I mean, obviously you can't ask for it all, and we're probably not going to respin this because it's, like, probably good enough. Looking here, I think we already have, like, every single card in here. Last pack, let's see if we get anything good. Doesn't look like it. Not even a holo in the last pack, but our holo luck was pretty generous this time around, so let's just go ahead and save it to the collection, and we've got some building to do. I need to look into my X-Sabers.
It was only a matter of time. Alex FTK'd me with his stupid magical scientist thing before, and it's time for me to get him back. We're playing Frog FTK today. And it's not just Frog FTK like it was back in the day. Frog FTK is at an unbelievably powerful level in Progression Series because of some of the one-off banned cards that we have available to us. Imagine Frog FTK, but you're able to play cards like Painful Choice, Pot of Greed, Premature Burial, Last Will. Oh, and of course, Carta Safe Return on its own right is insane with Ronin Tonin too. Ronin Tonin has single-handedly made this FTK possible. The whole point is we need to stick our subs to Toad along with any other monster that we contribute off to get the whole fort. If we have it paired with Mass Driver, we have instant game. That's not to say if we don't open the Mass Driver, but if we open the combo, we have tons of ways to get to it. Not only do you thin your entire deck out, and if you activate Hand Destruction or anything like that to be able to see a couple more cards, you have a better chance of getting it. There's also some cute plays you can do by sticking like Poison Draw Frogs and sending them off with Swap Frogs so you can trigger them to draw deeper. Typically, if you see the combo, you should be able to thin your deck out enough to where you can pretty much have a guaranteed draw in the Mass Driver. Once you get the Mass Driver, that's FTK, but if you don't see Mass Driver, that's alright too. There's tons of boards you can set up that involve like Double Dupe Frog plus Flip Flop Frog, which is nearly impossible for your opponent to deal with. Fishborg Blaster's in the deck to clearly synchro with Ronin Tonin as it's meant to do. No, Fishborg's in the deck because at some points, even if you run out of all the frogs, you're able to start pitching cards from your hand to summon Fishborg Blaster back. And then Fishborg Blaster, you can tribute it off from Mass Driver for another 400 damage. You need to trigger the Mass Driver 20 times to win the game. And it's possible. It's very easy to do, actually. Just got to see the right pieces, and then you can put it all together. The side deck is pretty much going into a Monarch strategy. We have the second Ronin Totem in the side deck, so if Alex has DD Crows, we have to be ready for it. Having the second one might be able to counter the one he might draw into. Speaking of which, we have our own DD Crows to be able to deal with Alex if he has his own Frog FTK. It really might just come down to a die roll today, depending on how he builds his deck. It's going to be a bloodbath today, man. Hopefully I can get the combo off. Hopefully I can figure it out and navigate my way through it. Maybe just make it easy and have it like spoon-fed to me. That'd be nice too. Let's see what Alex is playing. Let's see if he can beat an FTK.
So, Gage, you choose to ban my Goyo Guardian, do you? Well, you shall suffer the wrath of the frogs! I cannot believe that Frog FTK is 100% legal in the Progression series, and actually, I think it is even stronger than it was when it was actually legal back in 2010, because they didn't have access to cards like Pot of Greed, like Painful Choice, so this is going to be a very painful experience for Gage as we FTK him for the second time in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series 2. Let's go ahead and do the card by card. If you have never seen this deck before, don't blink because you might miss it. So the idea of this deck is that with Mass Driver and Substitute, as long as we get Substitute and a single monster out onto the field, we can basically infinitely summon frogs out of our deck till they're all into the graveyard, then Mass Driver them all away to deal 400 points of damage by resurrecting Ronin Totem off of every single frog that we banish. 20 frogs times 400 equals 8,000 points of damage. That's the whole deck, and this deck is nothing but gas. Arguably one of the most consistent FTKs of all time. I guarantee you, if we win this, and there's a pretty good chance that we do, that this card is probably not going to last very long in this format. So let's do the card by card. We're playing a million frogs, most of which are terrible, but we need to have actual frog filler, otherwise there'd be no point. So we have a Beelze Frog, we have triple Death Frog. This is also just kind of big for OTKs potentially, so that might be worth it. But getting onto the good frogs, we have triple dupe. We do need one Fishborg Blaster. This is nice because if we find ourselves in a situation that we need a few more extra pushes off Mass Driver, that's why this is here. I only have 2 Flip-Flop Frog as well as 2 Substitute, so this wasn't as easy to build as I thought. I did have to adjust a couple things, but triple Poison Draw, this is actually kind of good in this deck because it gets you a few extra draws than you might expect. Double Ronin Totem, freshly released out of the Shining Darkness. Triple Swap, double Treeborn, this is semi, that's why there's only 2 of this, and triple Unifrog. Then the spells, again, it's just all gas. Card Destruction, triple Hand Destruction, double Mass Driver. It might seem weird to only have 2, but honestly, you only need to see 1, and it's so easy to find one anyway. You'll see when we get to the actual duels. Triple Moray of Greed, 1-for-1 gets us the Substitute. Painful Choice is gross because one of the issues with this deck is getting rid of the other bricky cards that Substitute can't get to, like Fishborg Blaster, such as Ronin Totem can be gotten off of the Swap Frog, but just other weird things like extra Substitutes. But Painful Choice is also just basically like almost a 1-card FTK by itself, so that's why it makes sense here. Pot of Greed just lets us get further into the deck, and Salvage essentially makes it so that we can get to Substitute a myriad of different ways on turn 1. We've got some stuff in the extra deck, but I don't even think we're playing a single tune. That's not true. We are playing Fishborg Blaster, so we could potentially use some of the cards in here, but let's be honest, we're probably not going to. The side deck, we're basically siding into Frog Monarch if we want to, but I don't know why we would. It doesn't really make any sense. I have triple DD Crow in here in case Gage gets the same idea I do. I don't have Hanawada because I think it was a super rare out of whatever set it was from, and we didn't pull it, so hopefully Gage isn't playing this, otherwise we're fucked. But everything else in here is basically just like Monarch stuff. We have some like generic stuff like Feather Duster and True Nade. Could main these, but honestly, like if we go first, these are just bricks. If we go second, it's kind of good, but like Gage could still possibly interrupt us anyway, so like I don't really care, whatever. I'll run the risk of not playing one of them because Pot of Greed and Painful Choice are just way too good not to play in my opinion. So if I regret it, we'll see, but honestly, I don't give a shit because we get to play Frog FTK in Prague, and this is going to be fantastic. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Well, Gage, you decided to ban Mr. Goyo Guardian, no longer of the Progression series. What led you to that decision, buddy?
Alex, I sound like a broken rhetoric. I've said this like the last 3 episodes. I'm like, we are on even ground.
Yep.
Like, our card pulls are so similar that all these games should feel like neck and neck. And you know what? I think the last game was pretty good, but you summoned Goyo Guardian, the one card I don't have, so it gave you the edge there. So I was like, well, I got to get rid of that one.
So you're being petty. That's what it was.
Yes. Quite frankly, that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, in all fairness, Goyo is a ridiculous card, and I also repeated what you said as well, where it's strange how close our card pools are, and like it really takes us getting more and more sets for us to like widen that gap again, right? So Shining Darkness is a set that could potentially do that. I got some interesting pulls, to say the least. And then, like, as we get into like the reprint sets and everything too, it's interesting to how we'll see the trajectory of this series going as we start getting like more and more cards, to see if like it stays as even as it has. Anything's really possible. How are you feeling about your pulls this set, though?
Oh, I feel great, man. This set is iconic, bro. It's the end of Edison format. Of course, one of the most game warping sets. I think this entire latter half of the 5Ds era is just going to change the entire metagame we've seen for the last few episodes.
I think so as well. And maybe we'll see that in today's duel as well. So let's go ahead and shout the patron. It is Kiyumai. Thank you for the support. And let's roll that die, buddy. I'm rolling the die so you can account for that in your rock, paper, scissors arithmetic over there. So let's see how well it works out for you.
Okay.
Okay. How about this?
Oh, man, tricky one there, bro. Stud. You didn't even roll it that time. Come on.
I rolled a 3, a 4, and I rolled a 4 again.
Okay, good thing I changed it up that time. I was feeling it. Alex, we've established the metagame for a while now, but I think maybe it's time to switch it up this episode. I'm going to elect to go first this episode today.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Well,
cool.
Best of luck. Let's see how it goes.
All right, Duels, best of luck. Let's see what we can do here. Stand by me.
Yep. Why would you choose to go first?
Not as electric as I wanted it to be. I'm going to set a card, and I'm going to pass my turn. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's go ahead and draw.
Great turn 1, by the way, man. I know you didn't see that coming.
Wait, you said you were going to go first. I was expecting something a bit more, I guess, but maybe you have your reasons. Okay. Main phase 1. Well, I will admit, Gage, I had my own reasons for wanting to go first. So let's see if they're the same as yours. I'm going to start by special summoning Swap Frog.
That's a really good special summon there, Alex.
I wonder why you would want to go first, buddy.
Yes. Do you want to pitch your cost?
I will pitch my Death Frog for that.
Yes, a very powerful card there that is good on its own. I wonder why you're playing it.
I wonder why. Interesting. May I use my Swap Frog effect?
You may use your Swap Frog. Yes.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and dump a good old friend known as Rodent Totem to the graveyard.
Yep, he's there.
Let's go ahead and fire Moray of Greed.
Yeah, you can shuffle back 2. That's good. Draw 3.
Okay. So
this is some deep draw frog action, huh? Like,
got some deep draw frog action. I wonder if your deck might be on something similar over there. That's why you just set this little defensive monster and nothing else, huh?
You could disrespect my man-eater bug like that. That's crazy.
Man-eater bug when we have Raikou. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and get rid of... I don't want to see this Beals frog, nor do I want to see this flip-flop frog. So let's get rid of both of these.
Okay.
We'll shuffle up, and we will draw 3 cards. Interesting. Okay. Let's do... Well, I mean, it worked so well the first time. I guess I'll fucking do it again.
Yeah, okay, yep.
We'll get rid of Death Frog and Unifrog. Shuffle it back up. Would you like to cut?
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Could you imagine if that was an option on Dueling Book? That'd be really funny. All right, we'll draw 3.
Bro, you can resolve it again?
3
that is so insane, bro.
I don't know what the chances of that are. That's unbelievable.
See, you let me cut your deck. I stacked it.
Evidently. How is it the exact same 3 cards? That's wild. That is Dueling Book is fantastic. Okay. That's pretty damn good. We got the card.
Oh, do you have Mass Driver too?
I don't yet, but I still need to get there.
But you still have potential to. I know the combo you can find a way there. Let me see if you can get into it. We'll run it through.
So finally, we got the substitute, so now we are going to be off to the races here. We already have 1 Swap Frog gone. That's perfectly fine. So let's get rid of you. If you don't mind, Gage, I'm going to use the substitute, or we're going to burn through a bunch of cards if you're okay.
You can go for it. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and burn a dupe a Des, a Dupe. We'll stop there for now. I guess I should summon one. That'd probably be a smart thing to do. I guess we could probably cycle a little bit more. Yeah, actually, I'll keep going. We'll just get rid of all of them. These fucking Unifrogs I kept drawing. Okay, those are all gone. This is gone. Beals Frog goes. Dupe Frog goes. Flip Flop. And Treeborn should be good from there. Okay, then we do need to check to see if I'm missing anything else. No, it should be everything. Okay, so let's just end on this swap here.
Sure.
We're going to use our Ronin Totem. We're going to banish one of our frogs for him.
Yep.
We're going to substitute, get rid of this, get Poison Draw.
Yep.
We're going to do this a couple more times, so in the interest of time, I'm just going to banish both Unifrogs, summon Ronin twice, substitute for 2 more Poison Draws. Okay. I think that's where we want to be. I'm going to use Swap Frog to bounce him back to hand.
Yep.
We're going to go Special Swap Pitch Ronin. Had the other one in my hand there. We're going to use the effect. We're going to send a Poison Draw to actually draw a card.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to Pot of Greed and draw 2 more cards.
That is so fair in this deck. Wow, that's
Isn't
awesome.
it? Yeah. You know what's even more fair in this deck? How about Painful
Oh my lord. Oh my god. Dude, if you don't see Mass Driver, I'm going to scream. Like,
Okay. So I'm going to choose Fishborg, Substitute, 1 for 1. What the hell else do I want to get rid of at this point? Let's go. I think we probably have it. Salvage.
all right, you can take the Fishborg.
Okay. So I get Fishborg. The others go to the grave. Okay. Then we will go for Hand Destruction.
Okay.
Pitch Fishborg and oh, look at that! Interesting. What's someone doing over there with that?
I'm just playing, deep drop frog.
Oh, yeah, is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, we got the Mass Driver, so I think we got the FTK here.
I think that's it. You got
So,
20. You got
yeah.
20 triggers.
Let me count.
for
1,
sure.
2. Let me count my frogs just to make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, special 19, and then the rodents. Yeah, we got it. Would you like me to perform it to make sure? Or
You know what? I did a little bit of research myself, so I got to see it. But you know what? For first-time viewers, why don't you give them...
maybe they don't know how this works, right?
Sure,
So
lay it on
let's go ahead and let's run through it. So now that we have a bunch of frogs in our graveyard, what we can do is we can banish one of them to bring out our copy of Ronin Totem here. So let's do that. Then with the Mass Driver, we're going to sack off the Ronin Totem, and that's going to deal 400 damage worth of life points to you.
Yep.
So that'll be 400. And then I'm going to repeat that for every frog in my deck. So that was 1. So we're going to go and just... Gage is going to take 400 for each one of these I banish. So there's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... That is a rodent. Can't do that. 13. And so that's 13 frogs that are in my graveyard there.
Okay, so 13 times 4. Let me pull up the calculator here.
So,
I'm actually kind of embarrassed, too, because I watched your history of Yu-Gi-Oh! With Joseph to research this.
uh-huh.
And him doing math, bro, he couldn't do multiples of 400 for his life. It was so funny. That's 52. I'm going to take 52 from your 13.
16. I'm pretty sure I have it. I hope
I think you have it, too, because you have 2 in hand for Fishborg as well.
Yes, I do. So I need, what, another 6 here? 400? Yeah, so basically...
Yep, so you just send off
I
the
can
whole
go,
board and then pitch your 2.
Yeah, so I can go pitch this card destruction for Fishborg, bring that back, sack that off. That's another 4. I can also get rid of these poison draws, too, and then bring back Ronin 2 more times there. So that's 800 more with those, bring back Ronin 2 more times, and I think that should be the end of it once I sack everything else off.
Yep. That is the Frog FTK, man.
Oh, boy! Fun and interactive episode of Prog we
Great
got,
game
buddy.
1, man. Sam's going to love this episode, right? Wow, that was a really exciting going first strategy that you you executed perfectly well because of...
Hey, I went second.
Yeah.
I didn't go first.
Yeah.
I went second. What are you talking about?
My strategy required a little bit more setup. I don't know if you could tell.
Did it?
Yes.
Okay.
But
okay.
I don't know. Maybe I just got a little unlucky with the draws there. Hopefully this time I'm going to, weirdly enough, opt to go first. I'm going to see if I can
really
hopefully see
interesting.
the cards this time. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully it pays off for you. I'm guessing. So, what was your hand? You had like salvage, Ronin.
It was
Did you just have like
double
salvage 4 frogs?
double salvage, Ronin, hand destruction, or something like that. It was not playable. Yeah, I could have hand destruction, but I was like, I'd rather just set. It was Duke Frog that was set, so I was like, yeah, we'll run it. All right, let's see how this goes.
Sure. Okay. Best of luck. You're looking a little bit better this time.
A little bit better, yeah.
This video is sponsored by Joe Giorlando.
Shout out Yu-Gi-Oh! History. Another video I did extensive research on, though.
I believe he's actually commentating YCS Vegas, so you can listen to his lovely insights in a few weeks at the time of this video being recorded.
Big fan, big fan.
I'm a huge fan.
I calculated all the lines here. I think I have the moves here. I'm gonna start my turn. I'm going to pitch Dupe Frog to special summon Swap Frog.
Okay.
And I will activate Swap Frog to dump a level 2 or lower Aqua.
That is fine.
Cool.
Better than set 1 pass.
Yeah. Oh my god, absolutely better than set 1 pass. I'm going to dump the Substitute from deck to graveyard.
You got the salvage?
I do have the salvage. I'll pick up my 2. Oh, what? I promised it's salvage. I promised it's salvage. I'll pick up the 2 down here.
There it is. It's so crazy to me that salvage is like a combo piece of this deck.
Yeah, it really is sick. All right, let's see here. Now, how do I execute this properly?
I think you're off to the races at this point.
I
don't know what the rest of your hand looks like, but I mean, you just need one thing in Substitute, and then you can just go through the deck.
Normal Substitute. I actually do have it on easy mode. I totally have Mash Driver in my hand. So,
oh my god, then you what the fuck?
Yeah,
he's slow rolling me.
I'm trying to think if there's a way I can play around DD Crow, because you're going to DD Crow and you're going to be like, I'm the greatest that ever lived, but I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. I don't know. Why don't you go play it out and see what happens?
Exactly. I'm going to put the Swap Frog back in my hand with its effect here. I will activate the Swap Frog, special it, and then I will dump from deck to graveyard.
Sure.
Cool. I'll dump Ronin Tonin.
Yep. That's one of the awkward parts about this deck is that Ronin is like actually a little bit difficult to get to. Like obviously Swap Frog gets it, but like you can't just cycle it off of Substitute.
Yep. All right, I can beat 1 Crow. So I'm going to put the Swap Frog back into hand again. So I'll bounce it and then I'll normal summon it, and we'll use its effect again.
Sure.
And I will dump
the second.
Yeah, I'll dump the second Ronin Tonin.
Sure.
Okay, and then let's get jumping here. I'll go Substitute.
Okay.
And Alex, I'm just going to go through the whole deck. I hope you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we'll go Dez, Treeborn, Dupe, Flip, Special Swap, and then I'll use Swap's effect to dump an Aqua. Do I have it like, I don't even know. I'm just dumping. I'm just putting it all in the bin. So off the Swap Frog, we'll dump this, and then I'll keep going, bro. We're going to tribute the Swap. We'll go dump Poison Draw. I know I'm not doing this right, but that's all right. And I'll dump everything.
Now, if you have Mass Driver, you can just dump everything. You only have to do the Poison Draw thing, I think, if you don't have Mass Driver yet.
We'll summon Swap, and we will dump the last Fishborg here.
Yep.
Okay, I will activate Ronin Tonin. I will banish the Beals Frog.
Yep.
Special, and then we'll sack it off for 400.
Sure. And let's just count them and just make sure here. So that's 4.
Go
ahead and start banishing them. Let's see.
So
8,
1, 12, 16, 2, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 6, 64, 68, 72.
You sound so happy while you're doing that.
And then 8,000 total. So I do have it. Oh my fucking god. Okay.
I did not have the DD Crow.
Yes, let's go.
Yep.
Exciting gameplay. This is such a good episode. Oh my god, bro.
Gage, I know you are fuming over there. You got off the FTK, but you are just upset because now with the way that game 1 ended up playing out, I get to go first in this game 3 here. And so this could be it, buddy. If I have a hand like you, I'm probably dead. But if I have any good hand, which is like 99% of the deck, then you're in trouble, buddy. You're in trouble.
We'll see, man. I got a couple side deck cards up my sleeve.
Okay.
Might be able to keep me alive.
All right, let's see if you get any of them. And best of luck to you, my friend.
Best of luck, duelist.
I will say my hand isn't looking the best, but it's fine for now. In the draw phase, I am going to activate hand destruction.
Okay. I will pitch my Fishborg Blaster and my Rodent Tonin.
Okay, we'll both draw 2. Standby phase, I will try to bring back my Treeborn Frog.
Yep, super cool combo.
Yep, love that you can do that with this deck. Really cool. I'm actually happy we got to show that off for what it's worth. Then we'll go over into main 1. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Say it ain't
I'm not
so.
out of it. I'm not out of it, but it's just not ideal looking at my hand. Okay, and you'll find out why that is momentarily. So I'm going to activate a second hand destruction.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I have my cards when you're ready.
All right, I've got mine. Oh, my God. Do I have mine?
I will banish mine face down. Just so you
Okay,
know I have
okay,
mine
good.
ready.
To add suspense. Yes,
To
I
add
see.
suspense. Yep. No pressure, buddy. No pressure.
No pressure. All right, let's run.
Okay. I have a salvage and a death frog. Or a dupe frog.
I've got a
not
Duke
death
Frog and a Premature Burial.
Okay. We'll both draw 2. Okay. Activate salvage. I will target my 2 dupe frogs.
Sure, that's fine.
I will bring them both back.
There's no way you're about to pass right now. I'm
not,
sweating
I'm not
over
passing.
here.
I'm not passing. That's the thing that sucks about hand destruction, especially because we're playing the mirror. We're just inadvertently helping each other.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, man, thanks for the pitches. That's great.
Yeah. It just gives you setup. All right. I guess we have to YOLO it. Card destruction.
Okay, I'll chain.
Ah, how's that crow looking over there, bro?
Man, come on. Oh, get rid of your salvage. I don't fucking know.
It is any
No,
card.
actually, no. I kind of want my free card. Never mind. I'm gonna let that.
It's probably the smarter option. Probably the smarter
I'm gonna
option.
take my free card. I'm gonna take my
Okay.
free card. That's fine.
Yeah, it was double dupe swap, which was kind of
I
awkward.
had the combo.
You had the combo, and you had a crow, so, I mean, at least, to be fair, even if I got the combo, it wasn't even guaranteed at that point. Jesus Christ, what is going on? Hand destruction?
Oh my god.
I've got my 2, because I only have 2 cards in my hand.
Yep, I've got my 2. That's fine.
Okay. I got Des and Ronin.
Flip Flop and Beals.
Oh my god. I think I'm fucking dead. Unless I card destruction the combo out of your hand, which I refuse to believe. I am probably boned. Yeah. I don't know if I missequenced it. Probably did. I'm going to look like an idiot, but that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll set. I mean, I'm dead regardless, but I mean, I guess I'll try to live. So go ahead.
Draw.
You have the combo.
I mean, I technically should. I technically should. I hate to say that.
But
I don't know if the last Mash Driver's in my deck.
did you side one out?
I did, yeah. I was like... I think I did. I want to look through my deck. I'm going to do that. Oh my fucking god. I'm so pissed, bro. I can't believe... I was like, I need to fit these fucking crows in there, and I took out the one Mash Driver, because I'm like, the only card I lose it to is fucking card destruction. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know. Oh my god. Well, I gotta set up like a flip. I'm pissed now. Shit, man. This game is so ass. I cannot believe I fucked that one up.
The best part is that everyone's going to watch the first part of this and think, oh, this is fucking boring. And then this happened.
Oh, I can't wait to get laughed at. I'm gonna see if I can still come out with a clutch on this here. Okay, I'm gonna go Swap Frog.
Sure.
I'm gonna pitch Ronin Tonin.
Sure. It's fine.
I'm gonna activate Swap Frog.
That's fine. Yeah.
We're gonna dump Substitute.
Sure.
I'm gonna activate Salvage.
Bring him
I'm gonna
back.
Pick back up the
You
Substitute.
got this. You're fine. I don't see what the
I've
issue
got
is
some.
here.
Yeah, I'm not like totally out of it, right? Like I've got some plays here. I'm gonna pick up the Salvage, and I need to dupe lock you with Flip Flop Frog. I think I can do that.
Seems pretty easy.
So we'll pick up Substitute, and I will pick up the Swap Frog.
Okay.
I will normal summon Substitute.
Sure.
All right, I will activate Substitute.
Just going to go through the motions a bit here.
Yeah. We'll tribute, and I'll summon.
Well, I put your Ronins in grave already, so that helped.
Oh my god. I only have 2 dupe.
You only have 2 dupe?
And I left the other one in the bin there. Oh my fucking god. I think we're fine. I just need to... I swear to god if I fumble this game, I'm going to look like a bozo. My other dupe's in the bin there. I'm okay there. Okay, so we're going to go summon Beals. I want this out of the deck. I don't want this. I'm going to activate Substitute, and I'm going to summon Des Frog out the deck. I'll activate Substitute again. We'll go for another Des Frog. I'll clean out the last Des Frog here. I really don't need it. And I'll pull out the dupe that I need. Okay, I'm going to activate Swap Frog. I'll banish Beals. Not Swap, sorry, Ronin Tonin.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we'll summon the Ronin Tonin. I will Substitute. I'll bring out the Flip Flop Frog.
Set him down, I imagine.
I'll get there in a minute. Ronin Tonin. Summon it back. I will Substitute. Summon Swap. Swap effect. I will dump Treeborn Frog.
Mm-hmm.
Substitute. I will tribute the Swap Frog. And I'll summon a Poison Draw.
Yep.
I'll normal summon the Swap for my additional normal summon.
Sure.
And then I'll activate the effect. I'll send Poison Draw.
Draw a card.
Yep. All right, I'm going to Substitute. I'll tribute the Swap Frog. And I will special summon another Flip Flop Frog from the deck here.
Yep.
And then I will Substitute, tribute itself. This salvage has been on the field the whole time.
I was about to say, you've been salvaging this entire game.
I'll pick up Unifrog. I'm going to activate both of the flippies. We're going to put them both face down.
Sure.
And I will go set a card, battle phase. I'll poke 400 direct.
Take it.
And I will just pass it over to you, buddy. Go ahead.
It's interesting that you have back row, so that makes me a bit worried. The interesting part of it is, like, if I get to Substitute, I'm not out of this yet. There is still a chance I can just win.
There's still a chance. There's still a chance I can just literally beat you in the face for a billion turns, though.
Okay, that's a good start.
That's good, too. Yep, go ahead. Thinking on resolution.
Sure.
No, you're good. Okay.
Resolute? You fucking Mind Crush? Oh my god, this man is fucking Mind Crush. All right, that's a problem. I'll flip my own Unifrog.
Sure.
I will hit you for 4.
Wow. Yes. Oh,
Activate.
wait, can you? Oh, you can't target monsters, but you can still attack directly. Okay, yep. And then activate, you can pop the back row. That's fine. It's hand destruction.
Hand destruction. Okay. Second main, I suppose I mean, you're just going to poke me with these Unifrogs, but then you're also just going to flip my whole board back up, so it doesn't even matter if I play anything, in all honesty. I'm just going to lose it all regardless, so I guess I just pass. Go ahead.
Whoa, draw. Stand by main.
Yep.
I will normal summon Unifrog.
Okay.
I will flip-flop Frog, bounce both of those, yep.
We're out of here.
And then, screw it, I will flip up this other one, too.
Yep.
And then we'll go battle phase with everything.
1800.
Main phase 2, I'll set both the flips.
Sounds good.
And it's back over to you, bud. Go ahead.
I'll draw. Okay, well, thanks for putting those back in my hand.
No problem, dude. No problem. Yep.
We are going to put back... You gotta see what's gone at this point. We'll put back Poison Draw, and it doesn't really matter all that much. Put back Treeborn.
Sure.
I don't think anyone was expecting this last game to be this interesting.
Yeah, I thought, man, I was so mad at myself when I discarded that driver too, because I was like, that's totally the only one I have. I don't know if you have it out though. There's no shot you play like Darkhole and Raigeki in this, or there's no shot you would keep it in either. I don't think. He's awfully quiet over there though. Anything could be. I could be dead here.
I wish. What is Flip Flop's defense is 200?
200, yep.
But I can't attack as a dupe frog anyway.
Nope, because of dupe, yep.
It just does not matter. I have 6 cards. Yeah, I'll just pass. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I will draw. Same kind of skirmish here. We'll flip them
18?
up. Yep, 18.
Make it.
Set it back down. Go.
We'll draw. End phase, I'll pitch Treeborn Frog.
Mm-hmm. Same kind of deal.
Okay.
18.
Take it.
Go ahead.
Stand by, attempt to Treeborn.
Treeborn's fine, yep.
Normal the Toad.
Yep.
Well, I guess we have to try. Let's try the Toad.
Sure.
Get rid of Frog. What are we getting is the question. What do we got left in deck here? We'll go swap effect, send Rodin.
Yep.
Activate Toad again. So I will just try to speed things up a bit here. So let's go probably just everything at this point. Yeah, we'll send the kitchen sink. So Unifrog, Poison Draw, Unifrog, Beals, Des, Flip-Flop, Flip-Flop. We'll go Treeborn, Special Swap, Dump, Substitute.
Okay, yeah.
Damn,
you really do have 2 Substitute. That's right.
I do indeed. And
oh, there's about a billion other plays I could have made. I'm Fishborg Blaster's a real card. Oh my god. Stupid. I was like, that card can synchro summon. Oh man. I could have closed this game out like 18 turns ago, bro.
I'll be honest with you, I still think you have it, and the reason I say that is because there's so many fucking frogs in my hand.
Do you have Mass Driver?
I have the Mass Driver.
Good for you. Cool card.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't think I have the damage.
There might be another problem too, but we'll get there when we cross that
I was
bridge.
about to say, you probably have a crow. I mean, you're just kind of sitting pretty over there.
I do. I have a crow.
If you have a crow, just show me the crow. I will concede if you show me the crow. Okay. Yeah, there's zero way I can't play through that. Because even if I have a way to get to the
Do you only have 2 Ronin Tonin? Do you only have 2?
I only have 2. Yeah.
Okay, me too. There's no way you play more than that anyway. So
no, and like even with Fishborg Blaster, I could pitch my hand, but that's only 5 summons of Fishborg Blaster. So there's zero way I could burn you all the way through regardless.
Yeah.
So I had to, even if you didn't have Crow, I don't think I had, because I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 frogs, 14, 15 if you count what I have on the field. I guess 16 because Ronin would also go with swap. So if I had a way to get to Fishborg, then I could have dumped my hand and gotten there that way. But the problem is I just had no way to get there at that point. So, God, it just fucking sucks. It was so awkward because early on, my hand was Swap Frog, Salvage, Card Destruction. And so I could have Swap Frogged to dump Substitute, but then you can't normal the... I can't normal the Toad because I normaled the Swap Frog. And if I salvage to bring back the 2... waters in my graveyard, pitch 1 for swap, dump the thing, I have no salvage to get back the Substitute. So I couldn't get to the combo. And unless there was a way that I missed it to do it differently, I'm pretty sure I just didn't have it. So I just got screwed. So
I actually remember,
what a janky game.
Awfully janky game, bro. And I feel embarrassed. We could have probably showcased this a little better. I remember doing a little research for this too. I was doing a little practice, and I remember watching Joji Orlando's video on Frog FTK, and I think he put it best, man. He really said it seems like a no-brainer type deck,
but it's not.
But it's not. It's not. There's a lot of different decisions. You can fuck up something so easily, like I just did, and it could cost you the game, or you could screw up your combo. He says it's better to practice if you don't open Mass Driver, because you're not going to do it all the time, right?
Of course not.
And there's tons of different lines to get you to deeper in your deck to draw it and stuff. I think inherently we have tons of dumb ways to do it with cards like Card of Safe Return. I don't know if you played this, but we had Painful Choice,
I didn't know,
Safe Return, and stuff.
Yeah,
Last Will. All those cards just make this way more consistent. And even so, I forgot about Fishborg Blaster. Fishborg Blaster can bring out any of these synchros. Obviously pairs perfect with Ronin Tone and Alex. But no, Fishborg Blaster even on this type of board, man, I could have bring out any 7 or an 8 or something like that and start crushing too.
Well, it has to be a water, and I think the only one we have is Brio. But to be fair, Brio's good enough.
But Brio's the man. Yeah,
Brio's fine. I mean, that would have easily gotten you game a lot faster at that rate because as long as the star lines work, I mean, you would have gotten there just fine.
But in the best case scenario too, if I only had 3 dupe and assume I landed on this board, right, with double dupe, flip-flop frog, and a Unifrog or something like that, there's not much any other deck can do against that, right?
Yeah.
You have to have specifically board wipes. You can't attack over it. It gets kind of difficult to be able to deal with once you get that much value off a Substitute.
I knew you were going to try to scum me out of a win after I did it with Magical Scientist a few episodes ago, so I'm not surprised to see that you brought this. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength, and I'm glad that this episode ended up being really funny at the end because people wouldn't expect that this would be the end of the whole thing.
But God, bro, if you, me winning, I wouldn't expect that at all. That's crazy.
I know, after you didn't get the FTK the first game, and then the way that the third game went, I mean, that it could have gone either way at that point. I will ask you this. Would you like to have an emergency banning or a judgment at the beginning of the next episode and say we get rid of our pal Substitute here?
I am perfectly okay with that. You want to do that?
Okay. I think because, like...
Emergency judgment.
So Substitute won't actually get hit until the next ban list, which isn't until, like, September, I believe. And we have, like, several episodes until that actually happens.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just going to have to deal with this nonsense. So I figured if we're both bringing it, it's fair that I ask the question. You won with it, obviously, but... if we knew that this was in the format, we would just definitely have to hedge for it. I think it's just better for the viewer experience if we just omit this moving forward.
Yes, I'm down to do a gentleman. I'll make sure I put one in the side deck.
Okay. And for anyone who doesn't actually watch this episode, we'll do an emergency judgment at the beginning of the next episode to remind them. Before we get to that, though, there's something else I will be having to do at the beginning of the next episode because...
You've kept real quiet, bro. Yeah, what you got?
I spun a band ticket.
Oh, you mean to tell me if I didn't agree to gentleman out of this, you could have banned the Substitute?
If you would prefer, I'll waste it on the Substitute. I was going to do that anyway, but I figured something...
You are such a snake! You literally asked me before. There's no way. You know what? No, I'm a nice guy. You can spend it on whatever you want. That's fine.
I'll use it on Substitute. I figured I thought I was going to win this episode. So I figured in that case, then you were just going to ban Substitute anyway. So I mean, it's going to go either way.
You spend it on whatever you want. I'll still beat you next episode, bro. Okay. This guy.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout out the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout out to Shadow1317, Tim00x3, Moto, MBT Play Madolce, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, Par 2, The Synchro Guide, Dan Manhoben, Phoenix the Immortal, Dixon Yamada, Draconic Jordan Coons, Iron Bladesman Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, Valen Jackson, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Brett's Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, and Taisho. Thanks for the sleeves, Dad. Max, Matthew Brady, Twinkle Muncher, Dalton, Luabon Yodabon. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnels, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel Bio Community soon, Cancel Bio Committee soon, Cancel Bio Player soon, Sakura-san, Shrugzix, The Crystal Beast Enthusiast, ITF, Corvain, and True Dragon Gaming. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.